Extraterrestrials are said to come in many different forms. With that being said, most do follow a basic body pattern of arms, legs and a head. This indicating that they most likely evolved under similar conditions to one another and us, evolving on planets that shape their bodies into a familiar pattern. But could life form in outer space? All life that we know of formed on planets, well, until disclosure, more precisely here on Earth. Science fiction has given us some more exotic locations for life to have arisen. These life forms mostly being on the surface or in the atmosphere of some large celestial body. With that being said, does it always need to be the case? Tardigrades, or water bears, are hardy little fellows that live in water on land and can be found almost anywhere there's moss or lichen. Back in 2007, scientists discovered that these microscopic critters can even survive an extended stay in the cold, irradiated vacuum of outer space. If they can, could something else? Let's take a look. Welcome to IF, videos on history and mystery. Hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video again. The idea of creatures that can live in space as easily as a fish lives in water has been used in a number of books and films, from living ships like the Leviathan of Farscape to the Yankee space whales from the game Stellaris. These fantasy creatures are described as spaceborne animals that are massively huge, their size rivaling that of a small asteroid. They could be compared to a terrestrial squid and even use the same method of locomotion. All Yankee travel in pods of 3 with 2 parents guarding a child. There is some speculation that the Yankee all came from one singular organism, a Yankee matriarch. This brings up an interesting idea and question. With space being so vast and nature being so frugal, life wasting no opportunity, inhabiting almost every available location, well, at least here on Earth, so why not do the same in the expanses of the cosmos? Why aren't there creatures like the Yankee space whale swimming through the universe like the blue whales found in our oceans? Maybe there could be, and we just don't recognize them. Could what we see as alien craft, hard technological devices used by extraterrestrial species, actually be biological entities? NASA's space shuttle has archived a collection of film footage that includes many anomalous objects, these resembling and behaving similar to single-cell and simple multicellular organisms. These structures or organisms appear to be self-illuminated, bioluminescent, like deep-sea creatures of here on Earth. They are said to range from several meters to many kilometers in size and come in 4 distinct morphologies. 1. Sperm-shaped, 2. Cloud-shaped, 3. Donut-shaped, and 4. Cone-shaped. These possibly biological UFOs travel at different speeds, different directions, and change their speed and direction often to interact with one another, and in some instances they have been recorded turning 180 degrees in order to follow other structures. It is very possible that these anomalous objects could in fact be extraterrestrial life forms that have a physiology and biology completely different from what is seen in terrestrial life. It is theorized that these aliens may not even be carbon-based and have no DNA, but consist of electromagnetic plasmas, which is why they are attracted to electric storms. This may also explain why they are also self-illuminated. These mysterious objects have been witnessed in many mission videos and are often dismissed out of hand as ice crystals or space junk. But computerized analysis indicates that these objects display behaviors and morphologies completely atypical of space junk, meteors, or crystals of ice. And this could indicate that they are living or plasma-like cellular structures which are thriving in space. If the entities are plasmas, they could also be considered an alternate form of life, or a form of pre-life which provided the cellular framework for life to begin on our planet and possibly other worlds. The closest that we have come so far to scientifically proving that life can survive open space came back in 2014. This when astronauts found living organisms clinging to the International Space Station, and they weren't sure how they got there. While on a spacewalk carrying out maintenance and cleaning the ISS, Russian astronauts took samples from the exterior of the station for a routine analysis. The results that came back from the experiment were shocking. The astronauts expected to find nothing more than contaminants created by the engines of incoming and outgoing spacecraft, but instead found that living organisms were clinging to the outside of the International Space Station, like sea life accumulating on an ocean buoy, and strangely, what the astronauts identified was sea plankton. This plankton would have originated on Earth, but the team couldn't find a concrete explanation as to how the organisms made it all the way up to the space station, or how they managed to survive. NASA says that it has, so far, not been able to confirm if the Russians did really discover sea plankton clinging to the exterior of the station, but there is precedent for creatures being able to survive the vacuum of space. Back to our old friends the tardigrades. The water-dwelling microscopic invertebrates are known to be able to survive a host of harsh environments. They can easily survive extreme temperatures, amounts of radiation that would be lethal to humans, withstand pressure around 6 times more than that found in the deepest parts of the ocean, and the vacuum of space. What was claimed to be found on the ISS aren't tardigrades, but the little invertebrates show that some living organisms from Earth can indeed survive the harshness of space. If they can, why can't something else? And then the rest is up to evolution. Space would certainly provide ample room and opportunity. Living organisms have been found far above the Earth before, such as microbes and bacterial life discovered 10 to 24.8 miles, respectively, up into the planet's atmosphere. Could these distances be stretched? Possibly stretched to go beyond our atmosphere? Maybe the UFOs we see on the planet are lifeforms coming and going, using the Earth as a rest stop to feed or drink, or a place to reproduce before continuing their galactic journey. This is why they have little interaction with us. Like the whale I compared these space beings to at the start, they aren't interested in us. They want to feed and go about their lives. Only when, like people in a boat and a whale, our paths cross do they react to our presence. Remembering the Fermi paradox and its measuring of life existing elsewhere in the universe and the lack of evidence for it, the strong sense that the conditions on Earth led to the emergence of life cannot be unique. This makes it seem likely that life must be common, so why not also out among the stars? Let me know what you think in the comments below. So the giveaway is in full swing, with answers now coming in. I guess it must be time for another clue, so here goes. If you want to know where the heads are from, find the lion men and move over 1. Good luck. I am off on a bit of a holiday, so I'm sorry, but there will be a break in videos for a week. I will be posting holiday updates to the community feed if you fancy checking in on that. As always, if you like what I do here on the channel, hit that red button, like and share. You can catch the latest by searching We Are If. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Up for grabs this time is a long or short-sleeved disclosure shirt. Your choice. I do have a couple of these myself, and they are great. To win, there are a few steps that you have to follow. The first and most obvious is that you need to be a channel subscriber. The next is that you leave answers as comments on this competition video. So how do you win? Well, it's a little more complex than just a free draw like last time. This time, I wanted to make the whole thing more interactive and a little bit of an adventure. What you would need to do is answer 3 questions. The answers to these questions are hidden in my videos. You will have to hunt them down. When you have found the answers, post the answer and the video title along with the timestamp from the video of when you found the answer, and then you are entered. Ready? Here goes. Question 1. In what video do you see a poster of former President Ronald Reagan and his Star Wars program? Question 2. Where did the melon heads come from? Question 3. How long was the cryptid fish that I spotted when I walked along the canal as a child? Good luck to everyone. I hope we can have some fun with this. And once again, my apologies that I can't give away more.